Hi guys, Jambo, Kontayen, hello. Sasteni. Well, mm, I'm doing these videos in English because I want everybody to kind of understand. Because I live in Iceland and not everybody speaks Swahili. So, this is a follow-up series on what to say, like explaining how and why I got to where I am, and how you know how betrayal works, and why you're better off being a witch than being a mnafik. How do you say, like a mnafik? Like a malicious person or a falsker. No, just being an outright scam of a person. Like I don't know how. I don't know. I do just like better words. Anyway, now going forward, you remember I had in the previous video, I explained how now my after we moved here, what happened the first, like if you haven't watched, please, I hope you can find this video on YouTube, the previous one. So now fast forward, after the first betrayal, I did not take notice. I made so many excuses for it. I thought it was weird, and everybody of my friends thought, like, oh, okay, you need to watch out for that person. But still, I was desperate to, and then trust, if somebody has a title and they talk like this, they are so really, quiet spoken, and they look you like, look at you like, you cannot, people can make you trust them, but the whole time they have a total view, perhaps of you, a totally different agenda, I don't know what motivates people, like, to do anything like that, especially when it comes to children, especially when it's really very, very delicate and important, and your intentions are really, pure, but, and then you trust somebody, just never trust anybody with a child. That's just the moral of the story. Anyway, now fast forward in 2014, my brother dies, Fred. Meanwhile, she had been offering, the whole time. Now that was late 2013. If you ever need help with the kids, if you ever need babysitting, because my man was a sailor. Now he was always at sea, and I was always I was working, and I had the kids. So basically, I was a single mom with 3 kids and working, full time. It was like life was hard. Life was really hard at the time. And so she makes this offer. And then my brother dies. Now, my man is at sea. I need to go to Kenya to take care of the funeral of my brother. If you're an African, you understand what I'm talking about. And I am the parent of my brother, so I was not going to let his body rot in a mortuary, not going to take care of, give him a send-off. So I had to do that with money I did not have. So I go to Kenya. Now she offers me to take care of the kids and la 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 la. And then when my brother died, I decided to take the chance. I called her up and said, hey, look, my brother is dead and I need to go to Kenya, and I really don't have anybody to take care of the kids. Could you take the kids for me for, for a couple of weeks, I assumed. I did not know how long it was going to be, but I thought it would be something like 2 weeks. Okay. Well and good. She said, yeah, no problem. I will take the kids. You go, and I'm really sorry for your loss. La la la. Now, I leave for Kenya, and look what happens exactly while I as I leave, as I fly out, she goes to the child protection, the Barnavent, and she tells them that I have left her the children with no food, no clothes, and no money, and she needs money. Without, she would have just asked me that she wanted to be paid, or she wanted money, or, whatever. But she offered to do it just as a friend, but then there's so much glare on my glasses. But she goes behind my back and goes to the system and demands money and tells lies, outright lies. Okay. I said, as soon as I land in Denmark, because I was flying through Denmark and then Ethiopian Airlines to Kenya, I get a phone call from the child protection in Iceland. They tell me that they don't tell me everything, but they tell me that they have heard what happened, and this person needs to be paid, but there are things that I have to approve. Like she has to be made like a studningsforeldra is like a studningsforeldra is like a support family, something like that, for her to get the money. Now, the system was not willing to pay her for three kids. They were only going to pay her for the youngest kid, because I was not allowed to take the youngest kid because he had to get some immunization, some shots before at least 2 weeks. And this was an emergency. So, okay. I did not know at the time what had been said to the children's office, the children protection office. I just knew that, okay, I thought it was weird, but at the time, you don't really think. Like, the last thing that would have been on my mind was that she was, the whole time using my kids as a meal ticket or betraying me in any sort of way. I was just plain dumb. There is just plain dumb. Yeah. So I approve, because anyway, I did not have a choice. I didn't think much of it at the time. I just say okay, and thank you very much. And so now I am in the system, not in a good way, not with a good word. You understand, because what has been said is totally different to what is actually happening. On part 3, I will tell you, I don't know if it's part 3 or part 4, there's so many videos. I will explain how it goes, what happened after that, because the videos are really long and I really can't post them as reels on Facebook, so I have to make them really short. Please follow me on YouTube and watch my videos over there. And please, I'm still doing this fundraiser. I'm still doing this fundraiser to go to the European Court of Justice to seek justice for my kids, for my and also for myself. And in the going forward, I hope and pray that the pillars of justice will be revised as soon as possible, especially when it comes to children's laws. It is an emergency. And I hope you walk this journey with me. Help me. It's really difficult. I know it's not an easy journey to try and review existing laws, or some laws that were made in 19 Patopuk or many hundred years ago and still exist in the era that we live in today, that really need to be relieved. So please join hands with me together to review the pillars of justice. And yes, I have this PayPal, voices of change 25@gmail.com, and I will put my card number on this video. If you're in Iceland, I am not able to afford lawyers abroad, but this is important, and I will appreciate any help. Another thing is, okay, I get this Alzheimer's. Anyway, I will, if I remember what I was going to say, I will put it in the next video. Um, Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.